Mike Dean. Your beer has arrived, and I'm going to share this pumpkin ale from the Dean's List, the Fury Blast, in my 508 Parachute Infantry Regiment mug. I've got a glass here for my father, who's going to try it and sample it too. So we'll let you know how it is. It's got great color, by the way. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Here we are. All right, so
here's to you.
Here's to Mike Dean, and to Mike Dean and the Dean's List.
That's delicious.
That is good, Mike. Well done.
So happy Homebrew Wednesday. How's everybody doing out there? So I'm a little sad today. Sad because actually it's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet. Actually, it's not Wednesday. It's Thirsty Thursday. So a little bittersweet right now because the SJ Porr challenge results came out and my beer did not make the cut. I was 8 out of 13 in the Eastern Hub. So sad because I won't be moving forward. Happy because what that means is I now have some of my Imperial Stout that I get to drink. And I'm excited about that because it wasn't until this contest that I realized that I have an affinity for or a taste for Imperial Stout. I really like it. So I'm glad that I get to bust into these remaining bottles. Cheers. To you fellow East Hub candidates, or competitors, not sure if you were able to taste it, but happy to send you the recipe if you feel like making it. I know F It, Let's Brew It really liked this beer, and I'm happy to trade some with you or send you the recipe so you can make some yourself. First time I'd ever done an Imperial Stout before, and first time that I'd ever used bourbon. A lot of you guys correctly observed that there wasn't a whole lot of bourbon in it. I actually soaked 4 ounces of oak chips for about a week. Then I put it in after about 10 days of fermenting. I put it in, and I was a little worried because it only fermented down to like 1030, 1034. But the reason is because I put half a pound of lactose in it. So really it was a milk stout. And I think SJ Porr kind of correctly coined it when he said it was a sweet stout because that's kind of one and the same. So that's really what it was. I think it was a really strong sweet stout. Might not have even been an Imperial, but anyway, I think it's very tasty. And put some of the smoked malt in there, so you should have got some of the smokiness. So anyway. On to that, congratulations to the 3 finalists. The only thing I'm a little sad about with our Eastern Hub is that, and I wish that, who am I to talk because I, sent this in. Wow, look at the lacing on that. And I sent this in, is that there were too many dark beers. I would have liked to have seen more light beers. There wasn't one single IPA. I love IPAs. I love IPAs. There wasn't one single IPA. So that was a little sad. And there was no... Well, there was a rocks or the smoke beer. I don't know if that's a lager or not, but I don't know if there are any lagers. I think there was one that was brewed as a lager and brewed as an ale. I'm not really sure, but anyway, congratulations to the 3 finalists. Go represent Eastern Hub well. I tasted some of the other beers out there when we went to the SJ. Not the SJ Porr. I went to the Homebrew Wednesday Homecoming, which I'll talk a little bit about. So there will be some stiff competition this year, at least in the U.S. side. So went to the Homebrew Wednesday Homecoming, had a blast, met a lot of good people.
I wasn't going to waste it. I was pouring it off.
He was scooping up
into
a cup
fish from
off the counter. It was the most fun.
I was going to order it, then I wasted it.
I think I've met some some friends that I'll have for a very, very, very long time. Got to meet SJ himself. Met Brad and Nate from under the table. Met Brad Watson. And he brought his family along. Very nice meeting them. Met Mark. And I don't think he's got a BrewTube channel, or if he does, I didn't see it. But Mark Gierk, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. Got to meet him. Got to meet Nathan Collette. Great meeting you, man. He was an awesome guy. The bearded brewer, I have to go back and look at his name. Not really sure off the top of my head. Met him when we walked through the what do you call it, the Reading Market, which was fabulous. Anyway, let's see, I don't want to forget anybody. Who else was out there? Larry Lentz, met him and his wife, and yeah, SJ and his wife, and Kevin Clements, met him, and also met Josh Cooper. Is that right? Josh Cooper. So anyway, a lot of great folks out there. Had a great time. I'd been to Philadelphia before, only for the Army-Navy game, and I'd never really kind of tooled around and seen all the historic stuff. If you haven't been to Philadelphia, you really need to go. A lot of cool stuff to see. I stood in the most historic room in the United States of America, you know, where they signed the Declaration of Independence at Independence Hall. That was fantastic. From someone who was born on the 4th of July, I get all kind of, you know, sentimental about patriotic stuff like that. So that was a special moment. Anyway, we had a nice little spot in our hotel. First night we crashed the under the tables room, and hopefully we didn't get too loud and disturb his neighbors. And then the second night we stayed at our hotel. We had a little get together on the second floor, and we did a lot of beer tasting. A lot of beer tasting. Did I mention we did a lot of beer tasting? It was great, and I learned a lot of tips talking to a lot of the brewers. How to roust your yeast at the right moment. You know, how to get a peanut butter flavor in your beer, which I'm gonna maybe look at doing on this beer the next go around. So yeah, what can be said? You get a chance to do one of these again in the future, certainly do it. It was a lot of fun. I have my materials for next beer. Went and got it yesterday from the homebrew store. I'm going to do what was previously called the Dean's Utterly Delicious Maple Porter. I'm going to change it from I think it was a maple porter, yeah. I'm going to change it from a porter to a Belgian ale. Hopefully I figured this out. I had Pacific Ale yeast in it before as a porter. Now I'm going to change. I changed that with White Labs 550, I think it was, a Belgian yeast. So. We'll see what happens. I changed a few other things. I changed some of the hops out. I think I changed the malt. Did I change the malt bill? Might have changed one. Oh, I'm going to add flaked oats, pound of flake oats to it. We'll see how that comes out. I see a lot of folks out there using oats to increase mouthfeel in the beer, and I don't know. It's just trying different stuff. See what happens. Anything else going on? I think it was Josh Hoover, not Josh Cooper. I could be wrong now. Anyway, great meeting all you guys, and good luck to the 3 final competitors in the Eastern Hub, and good luck to everybody. Again, great meeting everybody from all these YouTube channels there in Philadelphia. I had a wonderful time, and look forward to staying in touch with all you guys and meeting some more new friends too. It's the best part of this BrewTube community is you meet a lot of good people, a lot of down to earth, just great, wholesome, interesting people, and had a really good time. So, cheers. Too bad you don't get to taste any more of this Imperial Porter. That's another thing. There needs to be more Imperials. There's not enough. I do Imperial everything. I do Imperial Saison. I want to try an Imperial Pilsner. That's a great idea. I'm going to do an Imperial Pilsner. That might be a beer or two from now. Anyway, I like Imperials. I like that, because it's got high alcohol and super concentration of taste. It's my kind of thing. So Anyway, have yourself a happy homebrew and have a happy homebrew Wednesday or Thirsty Thursday as it may be. Cheers.